Okay, here we go. There are so many stupid texts that I'm going to address in this video that are just absolutely dumb and just make so many infinite combos possible, and it's mainly because of AUT's messing coding and how it was rushed in the first place. I'm pretty sure AUT, I'm positive, took about, I think, half a year to actually come out, so they didn't actually have much time to test the PvP because you gotta get the game working first. Plus, a lot of people were also pressuring the shit out of the AUT devs and Kerr as a whole to actually, get the game out. So it kind of makes sense that all the newsstands are just completely busted and off the walls or just straight up dog shit, while all the old stands are either completely garbage or busted, just have no fucking form of actual synergy. Or it's, in case scenarios, the 3 trio, Poochie stands being just absolutely amazing, or just having a bunch of bugs that just make them extremely good or absolutely garbage. I am saying as a general statement that this game's PvP is either really good or just absolutely dog water. Some of the combos land, some of them don't. Sometimes it's a gamble with certain stance and specs, and it's really offsetting when the entire game is PvP based, and right now it really feels like trading is the only thing it has. Kind of. I say kind of because trading right now is also really fucky because of the fact that the previous update that we just had kind of caused a lot of more duping bugs, so I don't even think trading is what we have anymore. Today I'm going to argue that the illegal texts are actually legal because of the horrible systems in play, and yeah, they're clearly bugs, but you guys will get the point that I'm trying to convey. First of all, we have NLAG. It's a system that killed Broly when it first came out. I still remember how fucking, garbage Broly was, and it was just so hard to use. You couldn't connect anything, but I guess you can actually connect shit now, and you can actually 1v5 with your spacebar, and it's rather a really free spec to use, and it's just an instant win if your brain is on fire half the time. C-Moon is completely off the walls because of the system. It has no NLAG for its beatdown, and for some of its moves, the hitboxes linger, and then basically, no NLAG and hitboxes linger cannot be a good thing.
Hello. Tyler.
I mean, hitboxes lingering can be a Roblox issue in some departments, but that could be fixed by seeing what's wrong, what is right, because, you coded the game, and you are the only ones who can actually see what's wrong, or wrong in terms of balancing, just a bunch of shit. The problem with AUT, also another thing, is that there's about, I think, 6 or 5 coders at a time in the game, probably working on the game. I think there's only 2 working on the game now, but still, that's a lot of coders. I think they have more coders than modelers, which is not the best decision in my opinion. Speaking of balancing, the illegal text used in ranked 1v1s or publics will be shown in the background as I'm talking over the mic, and, just 1v1s in general. The next system that was coded horribly is hitboxes, and I blame partially for this because of Roblox's servers and how mediocre they are, but even then you can optimize the absolute living shit out of your game and make it really well optimized. A good example is Phantom Forces. Sure, PF has bugs in itself, and, no game truly can be flawless, but it's extremely well optimized. I know I'm comparing Phantom Forces to AUT when it comes to optimization, but when you have someone like fucking Axis Angles on their team, who is just Jesus Christ in reincarnate as the holy grail of literal optimization, Roblox games don't have to be terribly optimized. Mainly because PF is 1 or 2 scripts, while AUT has a lot of scripts and unneeded ones at that. And yes, I know, Phantom Force is 6+ years old, while AUT is only 2, so there's definitely experience involved with that. But you can understand where I'm coming from. It is pretty hard to optimize a game, sure, but at the same time, a good example of really good optimization is Phantom Forces, so that's that. I think though this is the one to blame because there's way too many coders or just scripters on the team, and basically every single one of them works in a studio, and it's not like a contractor thing. I'm going to explain contractors now in a way that I can understand it. and I'm also going to convey it in also a way that I feel like you guys will understand. Contractors are like artists, except they do commissions that are, models, and, they sometimes script. A good example would be Bad Business and their 5 contractors that make mostly maps, skins, and other things. They're mostly community people that kind of just come out of nowhere and then ask the devs, like, hey, can I put this stuff in the game? And they're like, holy shit, we'll pay you. So that's basically what contractors are. Anyways, back onto the topics of hitboxes. Most hitboxes fail usually because they're either really small or really big. Examples being Yone's hitboxes are the best excuse for this. And yes, I know, Q got buffed, T got buffed, and the mouse ones I think did get a slight buff, but, like, the example of pre-Yone, like, old modern Yone, and then release Yone is just way too fucking big to just, like, disregard. Especially when it comes to, the mouse one hitbox is just either completely working or just failing after that. And now that we can actually see hitboxes, we can actually see how ass they are and how really mediocre they are. And yeah, I know, Ted is being amazing and he's being the most goated individual and he's keeping AUT on top as usual, but I'm just gonna use this as an excuse because you can probably think of any other hitbox and you could probably be like, replace it as for Yone. Yone's Qs and M1s are usually pretty consistent across the board, but they're also extremely inconsistent when it comes to majority, like, moving around and moving targets. There are times where you bluntly hit someone with your Q or your M1s and it'll just not hit. Same goes for SPR, Soul, and a few others I can't name right now because I don't have any others that I can't name. PS is also just completely relies on ping, so if your ping is high, then, well, your hitboxes will also be either completely dog shit or just always hit. There's no in between whatsoever. You could be across the fucking map and you'll get hit by PS mouse ones. Or you could literally be sniffing their ass crack and you would literally not be able to hit them whatsoever. Speaking of PS, did you know that there's like a really weird semi-true infinite combo you can do with PS? Yeah, me neither. But apparently there's a lot of infinites in this game. Honestly, I'm not saying the balancing is horrid in this game, but the balancing is extremely weird in this game. Sure, we have all our balancing issues, I mean, for fucking hell, bro, like, Jesus, my lord, I literally play Phantom Forces in the M107X, and that gun is literally the definition of unbalanced garbage. I still don't know why y'all voted for that fucking gun to exist in Phantom Forces. Moving on, there are a lot of infinites in this game, and when the game is supposed to be pretty balanced, again, I know Ted is being extremely sexy and blah blah blah, and he's balancing a lot of stands, so infinites just dissipate, but sure, let's just ignore them for now. And then, all those poll changes. Also, let's discuss some of the terms. True means that you cannot get out of the combo no matter what you do. Semi-true means that you cannot get out of it, but if you're lagging or if you have a teleport, then you can actually get out of it. If it's not true, then getting out of the combo with a simple dash or a jump. Also, not really a PvP related issue, but it does affect PvP because if you lag in the main game, your entire character just either completely breaks or just renders you not able to attack or just use any moves. I'm pretty sure this is probably AUT's little anti-cheat going off, and you might start screaming and go, "Oh my god, Aussie? The game has an anti-cheat?" Well, no, but also yes, I think? Or it just could be like a false anti-cheat, where the game is actually breaking itself just so it doesn't prevent anyone from doing anything. Maybe it's a lag switcher, I don't know, like a lag switching anti-cheat. Besides that, there's just also a lot of issues with the game that just need to be fixed. Personally, my opinion, please stop adding new stuff. Just balance the game, which Ted is doing right now, which is absolutely amazing. Those X-card changes have really shown me that there are a few devs on the team that actually give a shit about the PvP. The game is literally about PvP. Like, you could say it's about trading all you want, and, blah blah blah, but no, this game is about PvP. It is made for PvP. There are movesets for a reason, okay? If you want to know about the balance changes, let's say the most important ones and the ones that are most important to me in the most recent patches. SCW counter cooldown was increased, Whitesnake barrage cooldown was increased, Gojo's teleport kick was practically fucked in the ass and it was given an lag. Broly's F should now have an increased cooldown as it used an evasive from stun. Nerfed PST stun, nerfed the World R stun, nerfed GE M1 stun because it was stupid long and you could basically combo only with M1s. It was really dumb. Nerfed GE projectile stun because Brick Snake was really annoying. And I'm pretty sure that you would instantly get a free 40 damage off because of how much stun there was. And apparently GE also had a lot of stun just carelessly applied, which is cool. AUT priorities. They nerfed Killua's Thunderbolt stun, which is, pretty good because it was an auto combo and it had like no cooldown. They nerfed Marrow's Petrification Aroma stun, which is the E. They nerfed Marrow's Hardening Sin stun, which is F. And yeah. And those are all the fucking like recent patches. Let's look at the poll changes! Woo! I know it's a massive wall of text, but I'll just say the important ones. PS reduced healing went from 50 to 30, and PS counter actually now has a fucking range. They nerfed Marrow Y damage per bullet, which is 3 to 1.5. It used to be 75 damage as a whole, but now it's 37. This move used to be really, really stupid if they all hit, because if you got hit by one Marrow Y, then you would get hit by all Marrow Ys. On the plus side, Machine Gun Kiss speed up is increased by 50%, which is the Y, I believe. Marrow E is also, buffed as its animation and startup is increased, because Jesus Christ, this barrage is so bad. SBR's combo key was changed from J to B, a lot better for people with small fingers. And SBR's combo cooldown is increased from 8 seconds to 20 seconds, which is, fucking great. SCW's G is really mid with cooldowns now because of the fact that it actually has cooldowns instead of just being 9 seconds long. And Soul's R is actually good now, and the windup is increased, and it actually does what the move says. It makes you intangible, and you cannot move. So, yeah. Honestly, all these little balance changes are actually really nice, and they practically make the game a lot better in, forms of other things. It tackles a lot of issues that are in PvP balancing and not actual bugs, which is, fine by me. But at the same time, I don't know AUT priorities, and I don't want to know AUT priorities, mainly because of the fact that, I don't know, I'm not a dev of the game. So I would never really know what is going on and what is happening. Plus, there's a lot of modded games that are, going around right now, and, that's a pretty funny moment, because when ABD modded games were coming around, AUT came around, and I remember that ABD copies existed, and AUT was one of them. So I guess AUT is receiving its own sort of treatment now, which is a little funny to me. Oh well, in conclusion, there's a lot of things that are wrong with AUT, and there's a lot of just issues that need to be tackled as a whole. That's also why I applied for tester. I really, really care about this game as like a whole. I care about this community, I care about this game, and I really just want to try and do something for the community. So that's why I think you guys should apply for tester in the Discord that AUT provides. Also, shout out to Missing Hunter. I think I shouted him out in the beginning of the video, and all the randoms and all my friends that have showed me these quote-unquote illegal texts and texts that exist in AUT, so that's amazing. So thank you to that, and thank you to all the other people that, showed me all this stuff. And I'm making this video because I want to make this video, and I also just want to, make this video. I've also been procrastinating this video for about, I think, let's say a month and a half. So that's not very, that's not very cool. That's kind of lame. So yeah, 3 weeks ago, yeah, that's when my X card changes came out. I think that's when I started writing the video. So I hope this video gets a lot of views, because I only really want it to get views because I want to, spread awareness in the AUT community and etc. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys, got enlightened about, the video more, and my channel, and, how AUT can be better improved. Submit your balance changes in the Discord, because I'm pretty sure that some of them do actually get read, but at the same time, I think Ted actually plays AUT, so he's not stupid, and he knows that the game is pretty bad, and it needs to be fixed. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Okay, slight detour from the actual video. I was looking at images of, Planet Shaper, right? And why is there unironically Rule 63 of Planet Shaper? Why?